Hello guys, this is Dr. Vladan Stojanovic, your everyday dentist, and I'm coming to you today from this beautiful peninsula in Greece called Sitonia. While here, I saw this amazing gum in the shop that I just had to buy, and I thought, why not make a whole video about it. Most civilizations in history had something they could find in nature around them that they used to chew on in order to clean their teeth and, of course, to satisfy that oral fixation that modern habitual gum chewers will understand. The ancient Greeks chewed mastic gum made from the resin of the mastic tree. It has antiseptic properties and is believed to have been used to maintain oral health. Similarly, Mayans, for example, used chicle, and chicle is what the first gum made in 19th century was made of. So, can something that was used for thousands of years by all kinds of civilizations all over the world actually be bad for us? Today, let's find out all the upsides and downsides of chewing gum. Gum has many benefits. Officially, ADA recommends chewing gum. Of course, we'll be talking only about sugarless gum here. Sugarless gum is non-cariogenic, meaning it doesn't cause caries. Gum chewing increases salivary flow, which is extremely important in maintaining oral health and cleaning your teeth and mouth. I talk a lot more about saliva in my video about bad breath, which you can watch in here. The initial splash of acidity or strong mint flavor is what gets the juices flowing. So I would definitely recommend either sour or minty gum. The increased salivary flow can help neutralize and wash away the acids that are produced when food is broken down by bacteria and plaque on teeth. In addition to that, a lot of the food debris that gets stuck between and around your teeth will be cleared by simple mechanics of chewing gum. You have probably noticed that when you chew gum after a meal, a lot of small food particles get stuck in the gum. There are plenty of other small benefits that some random studies found, but I don't put a lot of stock in them. It helps reduce food cravings, thus lowering your caloric intake by 36 calories a day. The act of chewing itself burns some extra calories, around the same amount, but not per gum, but per day, which is nothing again. The increased blood flow to the brain allegedly increases your short-term memory. However, chewing for too long decreases your short-term memory. And many others were cited, reducing drowsiness, reducing heartburn, lessening depression, eliminating nausea, and so on and so on. There are also some gum that we use medicinally. The most famous being nicotine gum, which is used to help smokers quit. There is also a motion sickness gum that I myself have used on occasion. And most interestingly, Russians are currently working on a gum as a cure or a preventive measure for COVID-19. Now for the negatives, the chemical composition of modern gum. Even this mastica gum I bought here, advertised as all natural, only has 2.5% mastica in it. It's also not even close to as delicious as a regular gum you're used to. All those things you appreciate in the gum, the initial taste, the length of taste. You don't want to lose all the taste of the gum only after the initial splash, right? The texture, the color, the stickiness, the ability to form bubbles. These all come from all kinds of different, mostly synthetic ingredients that are either not unhealthy or hopefully not unhealthy. But healthy they are not. Interestingly, since gum is not considered food exactly, it doesn't fall under the laws and regulations for regular food. If my goal was to scare you, I would tell you that gum base in today's gum is made of inedible products used in non-food items such as sealants, glue, plastic bags, sweeteners as well. Each year we hear news about different artificial sweeteners getting banned from this drink or that food, in this country or that country. There are claims that they are in some cases worse than sugars. Not for your teeth though. Gum has to use several sweeteners usually. Some have a role in the taste and some work to prolong the taste of gum. Covering sweeteners is beyond the scope of this video, and if there is interest in the comments, I could do a separate video on them in the future. Now, synthetic gum base, sweeteners, coloring and other ingredients. You might not care about any of those, and I couldn't blame you. Objectively, if we looked at anything we eat under a microscope, we could find so much wrong with base ingredients we use in all kinds of foods, drinks and cosmetics. There is also a problem with mechanics of chewing gum. Chewing per recommended amount is 20 minutes after every meal and drink. This is way too much, in my opinion. Chewing for that much time, or even more if you're over the recommended limit, can be very damaging to your teeth and temporomandibular joint. It can cause TMJ disorders, teeth damage and erosions, overuse of muscles. Remember this if you ever stumble upon mewing. Having too strong chewing muscles can seriously damage your temporomandibular joint and teeth. Let's also dispel some myths about gum. It doesn't whiten your teeth, no matter what it says on the packaging. pH graph that everyone uses in gum commercials is only semi-accurate. It does increase pH and gets to the correct amount faster. However, they always cut out the graph at the perfect time. It only raises pH to about 5.5. However, over 6.2 pH is needed to get to the normal non-caries forming pH. It will speed up the process due to saliva, but it alone will not get you into the safe zone immediately. Swallowing gum is not a big deal. It will just pass through. We've all heard that if you swallow it, the gum will stay in your stomach for years. It doesn't work that way. Our body is designed to digest whatever it can and pass through what it can't. While most of the ingredients in gum are digestible, since we don't use chicle, we use synthetic polymers as a gum base now, it's not digestible. And that's the part that we will pass through our system. Xylitol, which is used in gum as a sweetener, prevents or even stops caries. This is also a myth that gets cited in every pop article you read about benefits of the gum. One study is not enough for a claim like that. And even the study said it needs more research in this matter. To my knowledge, it was never replicated again, which is quite necessary in science. So, what would be my recommendation in the end? Most of the magical properties of gum come from the fact that it increases the saliva flow after taken. Use water instead. Chew leaves, crunchy vegetables, lemon water. Brush your teeth if you can, even without toothpaste. If you want to chew gum anyway, it's okay, but chew it for a few minutes only. I would personally half their recommended value and say 10 minutes max, then spit it out. Rule of thumb that I use for myself is I spit it out after it loses its taste. Oh, and by the way, it's best to wrap the gum in some sort of paper and throw it away after you're done. Otherwise, it merges with asphalt and concrete and it will stay there until it is removed, since gum is not biodegradable. It has also been calculated that removing the gum from the pavement costs your city €1 or $1.2 per gum. Thanks for watching. This was Dr. Vladan Stojanovic, your everyday dentist, and I will see you in the next video.